because its freedom and its core integrity will come out as a result of the righteous soul, since it's always an individual whose morals and ethics and values are eventually going to transform the family, then the society and the country, and finally this entire world, this entire globe. And this very message is what the saints and the attained ones have always tried to spread across in the society and inspire others. They have been trying to sow the seeds of their own bliss, their ultimate consciousness, so that the society can have a better future. And this has already started to show some positive results as well. If we wait for a while, if we can be centered within ourselves and try to peacefully experience ourselves, then all these attained ones and the Supreme Power itself is very eager for your spiritual evolution. And you will experience its love and bliss in your own life. You will also experience the ever-fresh Chid Vilas, Chid Shakti Vilas, and Sri Lalita Vilas of Mata Tripura Sundari right before your very own eyes in this lifetime of yours.
What appears is that you are very confident about a prosperous future. But looking at the current situation, our faith is constantly faltering. So, what exactly is the base of your firm confidence?
It is very straight and simple. The moment your self-confidence will get instilled in yourself, from that moment on, you will also be looking at the life with the same amount of confidence. And all the blessings and your sadhana support you to become centered and established within your inner self. That is why there is a rise of inner peace, a firmness and stability within yourself. And then you will be in a position to behave the way that you want to behave like.
According to you, faith will unleash after the attainment. But the question is, how can we have the faith before attainment? How did you have faith before the attainment yourself?
While in the state of sadhana, all are in the same boat, be it a seeker or an attained one. Everyone struggles with their mind, intellect and consciousness. Sant Tukaram Maharaj says that every moment of our lives is just like a battlefield. An epic battle is always going on within ourselves. Each instinct is fighting with another instinct. Our mind is fighting with our intellect is fighting with our mind. If there is restlessness anywhere in this world, it is within ourselves. And if there is peace, that's also within ourselves. Those whose inner conflict has come to an end, they are now an abode of peace and nothing else. And those whose inner conflict is still raging, they are filled with chaos and restlessness. The society is made by an individual, the country is made by an individual, the world is made by an individual. This is like curing a stomach ache when the person is having a headache. It is absolutely insane because if there is a fire in Mumbai, then the fire brigade must go there and not to Delhi. The essence is that a person has to try to move in a direction where there is a problem and not elsewhere. But we tend to exclude ourselves while considering lacking areas and weaknesses. We exclude ourselves and try to improve and change everyone else. And this effort is what many people have made their aim. If asked, what do? I do social work. What do? I try to reform the world. We have no idea of how much reformation we require in ourselves. We are totally ignorant about this. But we have ventured to change the entire world. We ourselves are absolutely naked, and we preach to others, hey, how can you be like this? Put on some clothes. As long as some kind of revolution, some reformation, or anything auspicious doesn't get started from me, till then, no good deed is going to be initiated in this world. This world is not disconnected from me, and I am not disconnected from this world.
We are entangled in the web of this life, whom you have put on this path of the inner journey. We have a family, we are grihasth, so we have to follow the relationship of a man and a woman also. While on the path of this inner journey and fulfilling this relation, at times we feel guilt. Why does this happen?
You have been doing chanting of Lalita Trishakti. You may have done it now more than about 1,000 times. You know about Panchadashi Mahavidya. In this, the name of Lord Shiv is Kameshwar. The initiation of the creation process in this entire universe is not possible without Shiv and Shakti. We regularly do Kumkum Archana without knowing the science behind this Kumkum Archana. And this is the reason why our life is full of so many conflicts. When we use Kumkum in the Kumkum Archana, Shukla and Rakta, Shwet and Rakta, the blending of these two creates what is Kumkum. Divine Bijatmak Shakti, Divine Rajatmak Shakti. Without the consummation of these two, the beginning of the creation in the universe does not get started. You can look around yourself anywhere you want, and you will find that the process of the creation that is happening, it is the ultimate and the greatest expression of the love and joy between Shakti and Kameshwar. That is its outcome, that is the creation, that is the creativity. If such a divine work in the universe is happening each and every moment, and if you do not feel any guilt towards this kind of work, then why do you feel guilt towards this primal instinctive expression that comes across in your life? You need to change your vision. This creativity is a way of nature. You come into existence through the medium of the nature, and with the nature's help only, you finally merge back into the nature. We ourselves are an outcome of the process of calm. We usually misunderstand calm as lust, and that is why there are so many confusions and myths present in our lives. Condemning this divine energy due to one's ignorance and lack of wisdom is one of the biggest sins that anyone can ever commit. You are going to get introduced to a deep scientific process. In Yoga Shastra and in the Kundalini Yoga, until your energy starts moving upwards, you are not entitled for Shaktipat. Only such a sadhak or a seeker achieves this Shaktipat. That energy moving outwards is our world, and that same energy turning inwards or going upwards is spiritualism or attaining one's own self. Every single thought and every single instinct rising inside you is an expression of a highly refined, divinely beautiful, and a celebration of this infinite source of energy. You see this through your colored glasses of the physicality. That's why you feel guilt, because you find it lowly and gross. In this process of the creation of the world, if you will look inside you and make an in-depth observation, you will find that every moment creation is happening all around. And that process that you come across in your day-to-day family life, that is its lesser refined form. That is why you should not try to pertain this matter as a mere subject. Carry over this subject into the divine realm. In the Sahasradhala Chakra, the ultimate bliss that one experiences the Chinmay Swaroop of the Soham Paduka that one experiences, its very foundation is this Kamakhya, this Kameshwar. That is why, through the medium of the creation of the universe, the supreme power is getting expressed in itself. If you will look at such a great and divine piece of art and such a divine experience, and try to feel it with such a state of mind, then you will find that the gross reflection of a normal common man's vision is gone. It's no more there. You will attain your own divinity. This is a great energy, and as much as you will respect it, in the same proportion this divine energy will also respect you back. That is why in this world, any process, any method is not to be looked down upon. Until you experience its divinity, till then you cannot feel the refinement, the easiness, the awakeness. Without all these, you cannot know the secrets of the Shakti Rahasya and cannot become the expression of Shakti.
The question is, till the time the sadhak and sadhika do not come to experience that ultimate bliss, how should they go about living their routine life as husband and wife?
In the process of understanding this life, you should understand one thing, that you have been provided with your parents, you have been provided with your spouse, you have been provided with your kids, you have been provided with your relatives, you have been provided with your good friends, you have been provided with peer groups. All these are helpful in the process of your spiritual growth. They are as necessary for your spiritual progress as you are helpful in the process of their spiritual growth and evolution. In such a situation, if you are awakened, if you are alert, your wife will not prove to be an obstacle in your seeking, and neither will you become an obstacle in your wife's seeking. The scriptures say, the grihastha who is apt to come, he has risen above brahmacharya. As per the scriptures, aptakam means to give one's contribution in the process of universal creation and provide respectful cooperation while relishing this act thoroughly. It's also a part of sadhana. As long as you will not move through these instincts, to be able to get free from them, these instincts will be an obstacle for you. Giving respect to all these instincts, providing your full support in the inner process of growth, understanding them, and with their help only, the easiest and the most convenient way of relishing the calm is available only to the grihastha ashram and to no other ashram. That's why you should respect your ashram. Consider your ashram as very holy. While living in that ashram, you should feel extremely proud and filled with self-esteem while paying your full respect to that ashram.
One more question. Is the desire for calm a demand of the body or the five instincts?
You should try to understand calm. Another name of Lord Shiv is Kameshwar. For universal creation, the use of calm is like medicinal. That is a natural process. When we fall down from our nature, then it transforms itself into an almost gross and lowly activity. The scripture says that a grihasth relishing calm in moderation is as good as brahmacharya. A rule applies there that calm should be used for creating a new generation. But unfortunately, in today's times, one sees no restraints. This act has turned out to be very degraded. There's lack of restraint everywhere. And due to this lack of restraint, the new generation and the coming generation will be very spoiled. You can see in the newspapers. Yesterday I was reading a paper which said that the children of this generation who are in the universities these days, they have lost their esteem and their dignity, and they look at themselves with great respect while being involved in such activities. The process whose significance and whose divinity has been placed by God at par with the universal creation, if we indulge in that process unnaturally and to feel relieved, then that is perhaps the biggest stupidity. Any sort of addiction takes hold of a person when he starts chasing after unreal, illusionary, and mythical pleasures. Calm gives one pleasure. Ordinary and common people who are trying to obtain pleasure from the memories and the feelings of that experience, you get so much enslaved by those memories that those memories make you repeat that same process over and over again. I told you a story before. A dog is able to find a bone and he starts chewing on that bone. While doing this, the blood that is oozing out of its gums, it thinks that it is the blood coming out of that bone. And the dog takes pleasure in it. It's more or less similar with the humans too. Trying to feel that unnatural pleasure constantly over and over again. It's not pleasure, just a memory of the pleasure. And repeating that memory again and again leads to a kind of mechanical process. Our immoral society is a reflection of the same. In nature, wheresoever calm is relished, it is in fixed constraints, influenced by values, and is very natural. Man is the only creature who needs to indulge in calm every day. And animals are such creatures who follow their instinctive genetic code and live by the nature's cycle, not indulging in it except for the purpose of reproduction. Now it is for us to think that as humanity, are we moving up on this graph of progress or are we falling downwards? Relishing the calm in the right amount is acknowledged by the scriptures, and even the saints have labeled it respectful. Ati sarvatra varjayet. Excess is prohibited everywhere. That is why the society, the culture, or the tradition where Lord Shiva and the Shakti, Kameshwari and Kameshwar, have been given due respect, their divinity, their glory, their external and their internal beauty is respected, only those cultures and civilizations are great. And those civilizations are really stable in this world. The cultures which just indulge in pleasures, there is no need of any special weapons for their destruction.